So today we'll start our class with the functional group. Okay, Peter, this is the page from your NCERT, in which all functional groups are present. They have mentioned that where we have to use prefix, where we have to use the suffixes. Sometimes we use prefix, sometimes we use suffixes to nomenclate a compound. Okay, so let's just start. We have done with alkanes and alkynes. हम ये कह चुके हैं. Whenever you see single bond, it means that is alkanes, and there we use what? A suffix, that is ane. So if you have single bond like this, for example, this is butane. 1 2 3 4 carbon are here. अब बच्चे बोलेंगे कि मैम ये तो हमें 3 दिख रहे हैं. देखो 2 is it? This is the whole 2. Whole 2 means this is the chain. So between these CH3 and CH3 we have 2 CH2. So total number of carbon are 4, which means butane. In alkenes we used to see double bond between the carbon. Okay, carbon double bond is present, in which we used to assign ene. Okay, your suffix will be ene. Example, but1ene, because at first place we have double bond. Okay, so we'll start nomenclate from this side. हम इधर से counting करना start करेंगे. From which side we have, means like nearest position, we can assign nearest position to this double bond. So 1 2 3 4, but1ene. Alkyne, triple bonds between carbons. Ine is the suffix, and you can write it like, for example, this but1ine. This thing we have already done. Now we will talk about the arenes. Arenes means whenever you see a cyclic compound which have alternate bonds. Example, benzene. Benzene is the example of arenes. हम इसको scientifically arenes भी बोलते हैं, ठीक है? So in which we have alternate double bond present in a cyclic compound. This is a hexagon, cyclohexane, in which we have double bonds which make it benzene, right? Now we already know that halides or halogens. Halides are the halogen family: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and for that we used to use prefix halo. So for example, if bromine is attached here, so what will be the nomenclature? 1-bromo, because we will start nomenclature from this side, from right side. 1-bromobutane. This will be 1-bromobutane. Okay. If chlorine is there, so that will be chlorobutane. If fluorine is there, then fluorobutane. And if you have iodine, then iodobutane. Okay. Let's just move to the functional group, the difficult one, alcohol. Whenever you see OH group attached with your carbon chain, it means that is an alcoholic compound. For that, we use two things. Prefix use is hydroxy, and suffix we use all. Don't worry, I will give you examples of both the things when we do the nomenclature of functional groups. ना जब हम ये करेंगे तब मैं आपको each and every example दूंगी that where we use hydroxy, where we use all. Clear? For example, we have CHO group, this OH group attached in between the chain. So CH3, CH2, CHOH, CH3. So this will be butane to all, because we will start nomenclature from this. So this will be butane to all. Next, aldehyde, CHO. We use prefix formyl or oxo and suffix ale. So for example, al. So for example, with the butane, we have CH3, CHO here. So this is named as butane al. Let's just move to ketone. Whenever you see C double bond O, carbon in a chain and with which oxygen is attached with the double bond, this is oxo prefix. On is the suffix, like this. For example, we have arrangement like this, so this will be known as butane 2-on, because this is on the second carbon. Nitrile is CN. Prefix we use cyno and suffix we use nitrile. So for example, we have this 1 2 3 4 carbons and with this CN. Remember this thing, when we do nomenclature of nitrile or cyanide, we will count this carbon also. हम इस carbon को भी count करते हैं. So nomenclature we start from 1 2 3 4 5. So this will be pentane nitrile. Okay. I will keep like I will just give you so many examples when we'll do nomenclature. Right now I'm just telling you about the function groups only. Okay, so that you can open your NCERT and you'll be able to see it properly. Next is ethers. ROR. R means alkyl group. CH3, CH2, C2H5, any alkyl group, any carbon chain. Alkoxy, we use prefix and we don't use any suffix. Carboxylic acid, COOH. Carboxy is the prefix, oic acid is the suffix. Carboxylate ion, COO negative, we use suffix is OH. Esters, COOR. R means alkyl group. For example, COOCH3. So for this we use prefix alkoxy carbonyl and OH is the suffix. Yes. Acyl halide, COX. Halo carbonyl and oil halides. Amine NH2, amines के लिए NH2 or you can write it like this. Amino is the prefix and amine is the suffix. Amide, CONH2, CONHR, CONR2. Carbomyl is the prefix and amide is the suffix. Nitro compound, NO2. Nitro is the prefix. We don't use any suffix for this. Sulfonic acid, SO3. Sulfo is the prefix and sulfonic acid is the suffix we use while do nomenclature of these type of function group. Okay, so now we will understand one by one. I will explain you each and every functional group one by one and how you will do nomenclate if you found these type of functional group, all the functional group in the normal carbon chain. I will teach you. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the nomenclature of alcohols. Functional group. So I have told you just 5 minutes before that alcohol we can denote with OH. And for this we use secondary suffix that is ol. Ol for alcohol and we have one more similar AL. So these two are different. So how you will do nomenclature? So let's start with hashtag rule. Because for doing nomenclature, for doing every time whenever you do nomenclature, they have specific types of rule. Okay, first numbering from that carbon or that side of chain from where functional group gets lowest locant. Basic rule. You have to start numbering from that carbon where your alcohol, your functional group get the lowest location, lowest position. So for example, let's just take the symbol example, OH. Anna? This is known as meth. Ma'am, हमें पता है this is methane ol, and we know this thing AEIOUY, है ना? अगर ये पीछे हो तो we will not write this E. So this is this IUPAC name, and I have already told you with the IUPAC name. With the IUPAC name, you need to mention the common name also. Common name means for the IUPAC name we use all, but for common name we use alkyl alcohol. Remember this thing. मैं आपको जब nomenclature बताऊंगी, I will teach you two names. One IUPAC name, second one is the common name. To just create confusion or to twist the question, the examiner used to give you the common name instead of IUPAC name. कभी आपको IUPAC name नहीं मिलेगा, आपको common name देंगे. So you must know that what is the common name of that specific compound. If this is methanol, so if this is methanol, So what will be the common name? The common name will be quite different. Okay. So if we talk about the nomenclature of the compound, so it means at that time we are just focusing on both the things. We just focus on the IUPAC name as well as the common. So the IUPAC name of this is CH3COH. Ma'am, this is methane and this is OL, alcohol. So we just write this is your IUPAC name. If we talk about the common name, so I have already told you about the common name, that common name is alkyl alcohol. So alkyl means methyl and OH for complete alcohol. Clear? Alkyl alcohol, whatever functional group you have, you just write before this yl alcohol. Let me just give you one more example. For example, we have C2H5, or let me just elaborate this, CH3CH2OH. So you can get this like this also, but while doing nomenclature, they used to give you like this. So if they ask you to write the nomenclature or according to IUPAC or common name, so how you will do nomenclature? So we will start counting from that carbon where you can give nearest position to the locant. So this is the locant OH. So from which carbon we will start? 1 and 2. Since 2 carbon are here, okay, 2 carbon hai, and we have alcohol OH group attached here. So 2 carbon means ethyl, eth. So ethane, on 1 carbon we have all, ethane all, and we know this thing that when your E is followed by E, A, I, O, U, Y, so we will cut this E. We will not write this E. I'm repeating the same thing again and again. When you will do nomenclature, you keep an eye that which alphabet is followed by which one. Okay. So or you can just write eth and all. Okay. This is according to IUPAC. Now let's just move to the common name. You must know the common names. So alkyl alcohol. So what is the alkyl group here? Ethyl alcohol. Okay, this is just the simple nomenclature where we have just simple type of you can say example, 1 carbon, 2 carbon. But sometimes instead of attaching OH on the sides, they just attach that OH in between. So for example, if we have carbon, 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 OH, and if we have carbon, 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 and OH. And I think I need not to tell you that how many hydrogens are there, but we'll write 3, 1, 2, 3, CH, 1, 2, 3. 3 hydrogens are here. Let us talk about this one, 3. This is surrounded by 2 bonds. So we will write CH2, 1, 2, CH2, and OH. So from which carbon we will start the nomenclature? Since if we start from this one, तब भी alcohol को OH की second position मिलेगी. If we start from this one, then also this alcohol is on second position. So you just can write it in sequence. You can write from here or also here. Your OH group will be on second position. So this will be 1, 2, 3. Propane. We will not write E after it. Okay. On which carbon we have alcohol? O2 all. Because on second carbon we have our alcohol group attached. So this will be propane 2 all. But in this case, if we start nomenclature from this carbon, your alcohol will got third position, 1, 2, 3. But if we start from this side, 1, 2, and 3, so this is the nearest place to the locant one. So what will be the name? Since propane, on 1 carbon, on first carbon we have 1 all. So this will be propane 1 all. Clear? So sometime instead of giving this entire compound, they can write C3H7OH. Simply. So you need to count the hydrogens and carbons. You need to focus especially on carbon, that how many carbons are here. And remember this thing, whenever when I was teaching you the arrangement of bonds around the carbon, at that time I taught you the different names. So the common name of this compound is isopropyl alcohol. The common name of this alcohol is isopropyl alcohol. And when you have sequence, when you have bonds in sequence and your function group is attached at the end, so at that time this is known as normal propyl alcohol, or you can write N-propyl alcohol. Clear? So this is isopropyl alcohol, this is N-propyl alcohol. Okay, let's just move further. Remember this thing, you must know the arrangements of bond around the carbon atom. If you don't know this thing, you will not be able to write the common name of the compound. If you missed your class, then you can go to YouTube channel, and there I have uploaded the entire session of that, in which I have told you that how you nomenclate the compounds on the basis of IUPAC and common. Okay, let's just take some more examples, so that the things will become clear to you all. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon and 1 OH group. Okay, 1, 2, 3, COH. Same, 4 carbon and 1 OH group. See, I am taking 4 carbons only, but just I am arranging the OH at different places, so that you will be able to understand the difference in common name and IUPAC. 4 carbon and 1 OH group. Again, one more type of arrangement. 4 carbon and 1 OH group. Clear? Now we have 4 carbons on which we arrange OH at different places. Clear? On the basis of these arrangements, we have to nomenclate. Okay, let's just start from first one. This OH group is attached at the last position. So simply, we'll start, if you want to give nearest position to this locant, so you must start from this carbon 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this will be simple. Butane 1 all. Clear? Now, if we talk about this, we have to find out the longest chain. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. ऐसे जाओ या ऐसे जाओ. Or in all direction we have 3 carbons, so we'll go in a straight way. Clear? Straight way means on this we have methyl group and OH group. So while doing nomenclature, we will consider the alphabetical order. Okay. So on second position we have 2 methyl. Okay, methyl group. Propane, and on first place we have all. So this will be 2 methyl propane all. Clear? Let's just move to this one. In this, we have to find out the longest chain. So your longest chain will be this one. On second carbon, 1, 2, 3, either you can start from this side or that side. You will see that your locants are on their second position. So this is our longest chain. You can take this one or either this one. I'm taking the straight one to make it like normal, straight. So nomenclature, 2 methyl propane. On second carbon, 2 all is present. So this will be 2 methyl propanol. Clear? Okay. Now let's just go to the next example. Okay. So as to find out the longest chain, we have to start from one carbon and end at another carbon. So अगर हम इसको चाहें तो this will be a longest chain, because your longest chain can be anything. This will be a substituent. अगर हम इसको ऐसे ना लिख के सीधा ऐसे भी लिख देते, so this doesn't make any difference. So this is for confusion, to create confusion. This will be like this. So to assign the nearest position, we will start numbering from this carbon 1, 2, 3, and 4. So on fourth carbon, we have all. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Butane 2 all. Clear? So this will be butane 2 all. Okay. Now let's just go to the common name of these specific compounds. See, this is in a long chain, and at last carbon, on last carbon, your OH group is attached. So what will be the name? Butyl alcohol lena hai hame. Alkyl alcohol. And on before this alkyl alcohol, we have to mention the nature. So this is N-butyl alcohol or normal butyl alcohol. Okay. See the arrangement. This type of arrangement is used in iso. This is isobutyl alcohol. Clear? This type of arrangement, see, this is the carbon which has bonded by attached with two carbons and one alcoholic group. So this is secondary type of carbon. So this is sec butyl alcohol. And here the carbon is surrounded from three sides. 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons. Tertiary carbon. So this is tert butyl alcohol. Is this clear to you all? Okay. Let me just show you one more time that how I am nomenclating these compounds as N-butyl, tert butyl, sec butyl. Let me just show you that page of my previous class so that you will be able to understand that on the basis of which thing I am just showing you, because some of you were not there at that time. So let me just show you that page, specific page of substituent in which we have discussed that on the basis of which arrangement I am assigning this N-butyl isobutyl C. This was my previous class, and I taught you about the substituent. Okay, I'm just repeating the same thing again. Okay, so that there will be no confusion in the nomenclature of the compound when you just nomenclate it as on common names. IUPAC name, you just can write the positions and the prefixes and suffixes which are associated with that particular functional group. But when we talk about the main arrangement, the arrangement of bonds around the carbon, at that time you must know the this criteria on the basis of which we just assign iso and sec, tret, neo to the substituent or your main chain. Okay, let me just repeat the same thing again. If we have this type of arrangement, see this bond is means that this carbon is attached to the main chain from this side. I'm just like change the color. Yes. Okay. When you see the arrangement of carbon, when your carbon is attached with these two carbons and with the main chain, so you will write it as iso. And in common name, we will count all the carbon chain which are present there. Either this is a main chain or the substituent. अगर ये substituent है तब भी, अगर मैं इसका बेटा देखो IUPAC से nomenclature कर रही हूँ तो I am counting the carbon. See 1, 2. On second carbon, on first carbon, I have methyl group. So 1 methyl, ethyl. So I am counting all the carbons, substituent and main chain separately. But in case of common name, we have to count the entire carbon compounds, whether main chain, whether substituent. Okay. So now isopropyl, this arrangement is known as isopropyl. This type of arrangement whenever you see. Okay. Prop means 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons means prop. Yl via yl because this is a substituent. It is attached with somewhere with the main chain. Okay. When you have in a sequence, so this is propyl, and when you have carbon in sequence or you have attached functional group, whatever you see, but in a straight chain. So at that time, this is known as normal N. So we used to use N since 3 carbon are here, N propyl. Let's just move to butyl one. When we have carbon in a sequence, arranged in a sequence, at that time, this is known as butyl. And since this is a normal arrangement, so this is N-butyl. Okay. Now I have changed the positions of carbon. We have 4 carbon, but different arrangement. See, this center carbon is surrounded by 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon here. But this place is vacant. We can attach functional group also here or anything here. So whenever you see this type of arrangement, carbon, 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 carbon. So at that time, you write iso word, isobutyl. Since we have 4 carbon, so 4 means but, yl is a substituent means, so this is isobutyl. Okay. When you have this type of arrangement in butyl, see your 3 carbons are attached in a straight chain, but with first carbon, this is attached as substituent. So nomenclature according to IUPAC will be 1-methyl propyl. Okay, 1, 2, 3. On first we have methyl group and 3 carbon, it means prop. Okay, so at that time, whenever you see this type of arrangement, when your carbon is attached with the main chain as well as other chains, so this type of arrangement will be known as second. This carbon is known as secondary. Remember this thing. See with this is secondary for 1 degree carbon. Carbon from both the sides, 2 degree carbon, this is known as secondary. Carbon from 3 sides, this type of arrangement is known as tertiary. So for this primary, we just write simple thing, like N, we use N. For secondary, we use sec. For tertiary, we use tert. And for quaternary, this type of arrangement you will see rarely, but if see, this will be known as quad. Clear? Okay. Whenever you see this type of arrangement, see this type of arrangement. So this is known as tertiary, tert. So carbon from both the side or from 3 sides, it is surrounded by the CH3 group, carbon chains, carbons. So at that time, this is type of tertiary type. So that is why we use tert here. Okay. Let's just move to, let's just increase the number of carbon. Instead of 4, I'm taking 5. So it means pent will be there. 5 means pent. So when you see a singular line arrangement, so that will be pent. So that will be N-pentyl. Clear? If I have just changed the position, see, I have changed the position with the second carbon, I have attached the 5th carbon. है ना? Second carbon से मैंने 5th carbon को attach कर दिया. We have, although we have 5 carbons, but different arrangement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. IUPAC name will be on second we have methyl group, 2-methyl, 1, 2, 3, 4 butyl. Okay. But for this type of arrangement, we use iso. See, iso, 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 iso. Same arrangement is there. Okay. But I have already told you there is a different type of arrangement which is different from the others. Actually, this is neo. Neo word when we use, when you have a complex tertiary carbon attached with means attached through a carbon with the main chain. जैसे this is your main chain, for example, ये मेरी main chain है, ठीक है? I have this type of arrangement in